More than a month ago, the Freedom Convoy shut down sections of Canada's capital and interrupted international travel between the U.S. and Canada. A large group of truckers who were protesting against COVID-19 mitigation mandates within their industry. Since then, there have been several attempts to duplicate the convoy across America. There was a highly anticipated one out of L.A. that fizzled out because of a lack of participation. Another one called the People's Convoy, which took off February 23rd from Southern California and is working its way east with plans to hit Washington, D.C. by this weekend. It's somewhere in Indiana right now. There's been a Texas convoy, an Alaska convoy, and a Northeast convoy. Now, a Northwest convoy, which would answer Margaret's question. Why are all these people holding American flags on our interstate overpasses around Boise, Caldwell, etc.? Well, Margaret, that would be to support the American Freedom Convoy, which began yesterday outside of Portland. Today, it passed through southern Idaho and the Treasure Valley. These convoys began with the purpose of protesting the COVID vaccine mandates Canadian truckers were facing. The U.S. has never had a federal requirement for truckers to be vaccinated, but they were needed if they were going to cross into Canada. So the convoys are, yes, to show solidarity with their Canadian counterparts, but also, and now mostly, to protest any mandate they might consider violating their personal freedoms. If you didn't have an 18-wheeler to join in, well, you could show your support by just showing up along the highways and overpasses, several of which were lined with people along the Treasure Valley corridor. We stopped by the collection atop the Cloverdale overpass just after noon. Spread across 8 lanes of Interstate 84.
We've been out here for an hour and a half.
Dozens of flag-waving and sign-holding supporters showed up for the American Freedom Convoy.
We've never done anything like this, and the people that I've asked here this morning, a lot of them said that they've never done this.
Standing on an overpass.
But it's an emotional statement, it really is.
Standing up for truckers and standing against any sort of COVID-19 mandate.
It's been a tough couple of years for everybody, and I think it's the right thing to do.
Well, is it for the truckers or for the people?
It's for both,
Okay.
Yes. Not having the mandates, being able to do what our freedoms allow us to do, and not being told that we can't do something, because that's not what America stands for. I mean, look at all the people here. They're all here for the same reason. A lot of the reason I'm down here too, my dad was a truck driver. I was born and raised in Boise. I do a lot of it for him. I think he would have been proud of this, just standing up for something.
Does it matter that haven't been mandates in Idaho like this?
We did have mandates. A lot of workplaces required masks up until Monday.
Is that a private business decision or a government decision?
I think that is both. Vaccines, we weren't a vaccine mandated state, but it's shoved down our throats. I don't appreciate that.
I'm guessing you aren't vaccinated.
I was not. Okay. Half my family is and half my family is not.
How's that work?
Not so good. Yeah. Really, it's divided a lot of my family members, a lot of my friends.
Those feelings of separation, of beliefs being passed over.
Well, yeah.
Are shared by others like Paul Teal.
All across the country, I think there's been a lack of respect for so-called we the people. That's our statement, is that we want people to know that we are for freedom.
If you haven't lost those like in Idaho, why come out today? I mean,
because we're one nation under God, and Idaho's a part of that one nation.
What kind of statement does this make today?
I think it makes a great statement that there are a lot of people that are tired of the mandates, tired of feeling like they're not being listened to.
It's kind of cool to get that reaction, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They enjoy it. We enjoy it. That speaks for itself, I think. I really do.
Think it'll make a difference?
I hope so. I don't know. Our current administration, I don't think they listen to what we're saying. But you know what? I did my part. We did our part. So I think it's the right thing to do.
Well, things kind of broke up on the overpass there right around 1 p.m. And as we mentioned, there are several convoys careening across the country right now with various names or even the same name, but just a different origin point. This one, the one social media flyers are calling the American Freedom Convoy, the one that began in Troutdale, Oregon, is expected to be in Peoria, Illinois on Saturday, where it will likely converge with other convoys, and they will also make their way to Washington, D.C.